All right, let's start with the offense. That's what everybody wants to talk about, the Broncos offense. What is wrong here? Who's to blame? And do you see them solving the problems we've seen in these first couple of preseason games?
Well, Gary Kubiak said it starts with me. Not with me, with him.
Maybe Joe Walsh.
And actually, Joe said he'd come in and address the team about getting back together. I think that it's a combination of things. Do you want that?
Sure.
I think it starts with Gary Kubiak, that maybe he hasn't handled the exhibition season quite correctly. Maybe he should have played Manning more in the first game. Maybe he should have played him a little longer in the second game. Maybe he should have made the transition a little easier and gone heavier, which he did early, I think, when I was at the Houston game, gone heavier with what Peyton Manning and a lot of players on the team are comfortable with. Then secondly, you got to put it on Manning. He really has made some bad throws, and they haven't scored, but they haven't scored a touchdown
10
yet.
series, haven't scored a touchdown.
And third, Emmanuel Sanders being hurt. That is a major cog in the offense. And number 4 would be Demaryius Thomas. I don't think he's played well. I think he's a guy that got behind. He didn't go to Duke. He didn't come to the OTAs. He got his money. He needs to go out and earn that money. I haven't seen much out of him. All the talk was offensive line, defensive line. I think the offensive line has played well. The defensive line's played poorly. I think we're looking at tight ends that haven't really gotten involved. I think Peyton has gotten into a situation where he's trying to go to somebody that he's comfortable with. Cody Latimer has not peed a drop. I think that there's some questions about C.J. Anderson has run the ball effectively. Ronnie Hillman. The passing game has some problems.
Yeah, look, I believe that Peyton should have played in the first preseason game. Absolutely. This is a new offense with a lot of new players. He should have played in that first preseason game. And I don't want to hear from everybody about, well, there's a chance he could get hurt. Okay. He plays football. There's always a chance he could get hurt. I also don't. It's very clear to me, Woody, and I talked with Peyton after the game, it's very clear to me he is not comfortable with what's going on. He doesn't look good playing under center. He says, well, I used to play under center all the time. Yeah, but it was 15 years ago when you had 23 and 24-year-old legs. I mean, he's backpedaling now, and it just doesn't look right, and it just, in my opinion, doesn't feel right to him. Emmanuel Sanders being gone, he takes the top off the defense. There's no doubt about it. He loosens things up underneath for them. Peyton needed to play more this preseason. I would play him in the 4th preseason game.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I'd play him for a series or 2.
That is ridiculous.
I'd get him more work.
Well, then you better play the rest of them, too.
Sure, why not?
Well, then
they're not clicking. The whole offense isn't clicking.
Okay, well, when you say Peyton should play, you don't want him playing behind a bunch of guys
no,
going to be cut.
No, I don't want him playing behind Michael Schofield at tackle.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Why don't we ask?